I'm not exactly sure what to say on this one, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. Is G2 curse a real thing? Is G203 a real thing? That's up to you guys to, of course, leave in the comment section down below. Following this past weekend, DreamHack Masters, both NA and EU, have now concluded. And I would say, guys, to be honest, when it comes time for the European side of things, the most fun I've had watching a CS series in a long, long time, ever since this pandemic did start. Unfortunate news, though, for G2 fans out there is G2-3 was the grand final score for the European side as Big Clan take a gigantic title in a gigantic way. Huge shouts to a guy like Searson, who looked absolutely nutty during that. But let's stretch back to now several times where G2 has blown championships and blown titles. Not to mention, guys, okay, yes, this roster has improved. It's a top roster in the entire world. I give them props for that. But when it comes time for taking titles, there is quite likely no other team out there like G2 who has blown these similar chances. Just this past weekend being a gigantic one in itself. G2 given a one map advantage, and they win the second map. They go up G2-0, 2-0 in the series, and unfortunately so, people start thinking, is there any chance that they can go 0-3 the remainder of this series? Unfortunately, it was, as they then lose 3 maps in a row to lose that best of 5 with a one map advantage. Not to mention, on last map Mirage, they blow a first half 11-4 lead to lose in what I think is actually the first ever best of 5 reverse sweep, with the winning team not even having the one map advantage. Pretty crazy. It gets even crazier when you stretch it back to just to end last year, okay? There's 3 other events when it comes time for comparing times where G2 seemingly has some sort of curse with them. That's to end the year at CS Summit 5. This is something that was definitely notorious. We talked about at the time. CS Summit 5 Grand Finals came down to Mouse Sports versus G2. Mouse Sports, unfortunately so, had to use a stand-in, one of which was their coach, Rajin, and another stand-in, that being NATO Sapphics for this roster, playing with a coach and a stand-in player. They managed to take down G2 in that CS Summit 5. You stretch forward just a couple of months. We go to March. IEM Katowice, guys, during the virus and outbreak, there was no crowd. They face off against Na'Vi, and Na'Vi give them the old classic, the old, now that we know it for, the 3-0 against G2. G2, by the way, previously had taken down Mouse Sports, Liquid, and Fnatic to make that grand finals, just to get 3-0'd by Na'Vi. You fast forward a couple more months to May, guys. You go to Road to Rio Euro, the grand finals for Europe as well, against Astralis, and they too give G2 the notorious 3-0 sweep. Now, I will give, a little bit of credit. Astralis did have a one map advantage, but the remaining 2 maps in that series, G2 scored a total of 8 rounds. So you lose it. Stretch back to CS Summit 5. You blow it against a lineup you really should be taking down, at least in my opinion. Then, of course, it comes down to IEM Katowice, Road to Rio Europe, and now DreamHack Masters as well. Several titles G2 has blown in just some crazy fashions. I'll say it again, though. They are very fun to watch. They are one of our top teams in the world. When it comes time for championship points, though, G2, they seem cursed. And yeah, I don't mean to fault you guys, okay? I really do enjoy watching them, and I do need you guys to really, if you have not seen that series, G2 versus Big Clan for this past weekend, one of the more fun series that I've ever really seen. The first 2 maps kind of sped play, but the last map, the fact it comes down to a reverse sweep, map 5, and of course an 11-4 lead blown by G2 to go to overtime, it was so fun to watch, and Searson is a madman. And I know after that full breakdown, I'll keep it short for the North American side of things. I think we have 2 clear-cut North American favorites, and Furia, I guess I should say American favorites, and Furia is certainly one of them. They too, with a one map advantage, 3-0, I would say pretty handily. One close map though against Liquid. Liquid making a grand final appearance though, got to be great, because we have seen them struggle and stagnate alongside many North American teams out there during this quarantine period. I would say though, it really is those 2 far above the rest when it comes time for Furia, and when it comes time for comparing Brazilian talent, I look at Furia and I no longer even see MIBR in their rear view mirror. It is that drastic, and I don't know what you guys think as fans as well. Of course, leave your comments down below. The North American side, at least to me this past weekend, not near as exciting as the storyline when it comes time for the European side, so I do apologize for not breaking that down as in much depth, but the G2 curse to me was certainly a great talking point. Either way, congrats to both those teams, that being Big Clan alongside Furia, your winners of this past weekend. It was very fun to watch. I cannot wait to see what we have upcoming when it comes time for CSGO news. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy, all right? Drink your water, drink your coffee. What do you guys think about all this crazy CSGO stuff? Till then, take care. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon.